They couldn't haul nothing, they didn't make it put it on the bucket.
Okay. Let's go. Yeah. Nope, so this right here. Oh. I've been exploring this area for about 20 minutes now. This is near to the area of the Jungle Prada Tavern Restaurant right here in town, which formerly was the Gangplank, which is where Earl Gresh and others played back in the 20s. Earl Gresh and his Gangplank Orchestra will record over Columbia and a little bit over Janet, from like 25 through 29. Sucks he didn't make it through the 30s and everything. But there's been stories forever about the Jungle Prada, which is off that way, behind those trees there, about there being tunnels. We're back in the Prohibition days. Everyone will tell you it's supposed to be some sort of, oh, Al Capone this, Al Capone that. And yes, it's true that Al Capone did visit St. Petersburg for a time. There's absolutely no evidence anywhere stating that he ever even stepped foot inside the Jungle Prada, the Gangplank as it was known, or even knew of it. He likely knew of it, but I can't say for sure on there. Anyways, over in this area here, graffiti and otherwise, a little bit of urban exploration, the closest I can possibly get to it, at least here in St. Pete. Well, there's been stories about the tunnels there, and there's local operation and everything. I dug through a little bit of here, not much, just a little bit. Don't worry, I make sure to be careful with this stuff, but I'm thinking that might be, and since even the owner's, current owner of the place, named Mark, a good guy, and I've talked to him a few times, got his number and all. He said that he doesn't know where the tunnels are, but if I had to take any guess, this definitely does look like this has been here for a long time. Granted, this could be nothing. I'm just a layman, whenever it comes to architecture. But this could be it. A small chance and all, I don't think it would be much of something of actual, regular construction and all. But hey, there's a lot of brick and all, and they speculate it's at least 6 feet deep. Seems like all this at some point might have been excavated out. At high tide, but they have the runabouts and everything. Just float bottles on up here. Who knows, this could be it. And that's how they supply the outdoor operation. Actually do all the other stuff during the pro-key times. Anyways, I suspect all this is out here. We have areas like this all over the place. I've not found any evidence of any pilings, so I can't quite say this is probably a dock, maybe a platform for launching, not launching boats, but like parking boats or something back then. There's plenty of stuff out here that I've seen that has, not that I'd be able to show it real well on the camera, but stuff that does indicate older designs for bricks and otherwise that, to my knowledge, have not been used in over at least 70 years. We started learning ones. I don't know the names. I wish I did. They don't really teach you this stuff in schools and otherwise. You don't really put it into examples to put online either. But my layman's theory, this was likely a big cement chasm over here to do something like this with at some point. Granted, not sure if you can see it from here. Be careful, obviously. There's a dock out here, one of cement construction. It definitely looks like it's a bit older in terms of design. I wouldn't say Art Deco or anything, but it definitely has some stylism in it that isn't 100% practical in it. Some design actually put into it. And this whole area has been, this area here has stuff like literally this right area here, like could zoom in. So getting used to this. This area here, St. Petersburg, has had several where we've had confirmed landings here, going back over 1,000 years with the Topekaga. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it if I'm butchering it. It was there. And so, yeah, a lot of the stuff goes back that far. Who knows if you believe in ghosts and otherwise, and you're actually disrespectful enough to actually bother to grade it or something, and do the Ouija board shit. I would say if you were the one who was disrespectful like that, to actually fuck around with spirits and everything, to try over in some place where like the burial grounds are. It's about like 250 yards that way. Over that way. A lot of it was just trash and shells and otherwise too. They theorized there was a house there at some point too. Anyways, this here, I have no idea what this is for. Maybe this was part of it. This seems much more recent. That people have just picked this stuff up and put it there, but I don't know. We definitely have a lot of history going back to fortifications for just different stuff over here from the Indian War times up to about World War One. There could be stuff here. I highly doubt it, but that could be one possibility. I think this is much more practical and open use than that. And before anyone starts saying in the comments down below anything about this being, you can't be over there, this is all sea turtles and everything. They put up signs of that stuff all over the place so you can make no mistake. Maybe down in Miami they're not as strict about it, but definitely up here they are. I've looked all over, I've not found a single sign. This is some place where kids and all are going. Just like Fort DeSoto and other places like that. It seems to be fine. This was likely just battered to death, like most anything out here, not maintained. Over the century or so, more of different hurricanes coming through here. Some of this could have been damaged going all the way back to what's it called, the big one of 21 that we had down here. It flooded all of Central Avenue and everything. Williams Park, the place where the Royal Scotch Highlanders played in that bandshell. That was flooded up to like the halfway up telephone poles and all back in 1921. Of course, graffiti in there. Who can blame you? I don't like it, but you know, on literally pieces of concrete like this that aren't going anywhere, have no real actual purpose here anymore, I can't blame anyone. Yeah, there's some places over here that, and the reason why I'm saying this is because, I mean, I've had experience over here with places like Egmont Key and Fort DeSoto that have architecture like this when it was in much better condition, that goes back to at least the 1880s, 1890s or so. And one of the things I see all the time over there is things that look just like this in build quality. Ton of brick, you know, perfect condition. Just lined up here, brick and not cinder block. All the way up here, that's good, knocked out and everything. I can probably see a lot better on camera. Yeah, this sort of stuff right here. Those are some of the things about here in St. Pete. They're not like, people don't feed them or anything, but they can be very naturally friendly. I've had stuff like crawl right up my arm before. Just be chilling, vibing up there. Yeah, that's something right here. You can see where all the rebar outline was. As far as I can tell, this would be where the rebar would be. And then put that in sideways. Help it dry faster and maintain shape. This seems like this is likely flipped over. Right along here. Let's see, is that rebar too? That might actually be rebar. Yep, that seems to actually be it, unlike these vines and everything here. Well, maybe I'll make another. Oh, I haven't explored this area over here yet. Let's see if we can finally find something over here that'd be more notable. And I'm sure someone will say somewhere that you're gonna twist your ankle or something, which is true. It's a valid criticism, but at the same time though, I am double jointed, which has made many times in which I would have twisted my ankle by now much harder, because I can actually roll my legs in a very unnatural way, almost exactly 180 degrees if not more on my left leg. And a bunch of ways. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely more difficult. And that's medical science telling me that. Like other folks have told me that, not just me and myself, not arrogant. I rarely get a chance to do stuff like this, but maybe, this year I actually start posting places like this up on my channel. There's plenty of places over here that isn't trespassing or anything, where you can just actually walk and everything. People just don't care. But unfortunately, this ain't any place like Detroit or upstate, where there's still the hypocrisy of the no trespassing laws and everything. I hate most urban explorers online. They see all this amazing shit. Able to go there. Man, hotels have been there since the 20s, 10s and all that. Places that literally are on the chopping block to be destroyed and turned into some garbage office building or something like that, or a motel, condo, or other bullshit. They have no design or anything, or really any practicality, like right here in St. Pete. Like we really absolutely hate this concrete jungle gentrification thing with a passion. But they have more money, so they is to it. They make our votes completely worthless on a local level, so we can't really do anything. But all of those places like that, beautiful, tons of stuff in there, like typewriters, chairs and all that stuff, all the things, anything you could expect to find in there, record players, phonographs, anything like that. And you can still expect, you're sure as shit that they're just gonna throw this stuff away. Now, these people look at this stuff, including posters and old books and everything that have literally no reason to be thrown out. And they're like, wow, look at this thing here. This thing must be 80 years old and all. This beautiful, beautiful advertisement or something for the place. Let's just leave it there. I never do anything with it. Let's go back here. Oh yeah, I leave pictures. I only take pictures, leave only trails. Well, you could also help out the world by actually, doing something and actually taking it for preservation's sake. You're already trespassing in there anyways. Might as well take something and actually save it. Just whoever, keep it for yourself. It's much better instead of rotting away for the rest of time immortal. But yeah. If I ever get a chance to actually do some urban exploration, some proper stuff, bet your ass I'm gonna be taking stuff there. Stuff like that. Not like metal correctors or sensitive information or anything, but literally just things that are like that. If you're going to say things like if you're gonna support urban exploration and not actually do the full job for the sake of posterity, you have no hill to stand on, no self-righteous argument about, no, that's stealing or anything, when literally the word, these things are called abandoned for a reason. No one wants anything with it. That's just my thoughts. If anyone has a unique argument for that. I'll be happy to know. Maybe we'll change my mind on a lot of stuff too. That's about it. I'll see you guys around.